What's up, guys? We are back here with some more Edge of Eternity Standard, and once again, we are fighting the good fight here. No VV Cauldron, we're not going to be playing that one, although, I gotta say, depending on when this goes up, I think it's going to go up before Orlando. When you see this, there's a good chance I'm probably going to play Blue-Red in Orlando. I'm just going to tell you that right now, because I spent a lot of time testing. We basically, just a small story here, we spent a lot of time testing this weekend. I was the bad guy, and we were just like trying to throw a bunch of decks against Cauldron, and none of them worked. So probably going to end up playing that, but we're not playing that today. Today we are going to be discussing Simic. And Simic is a deck that has been popping up a little bit recently on Magic Online results. I've seen it a little bit on the Arena ladder. And the concept here is it's very similar to, well, some of the versions are similar to Dimir Midrange, where they're playing Spyglass Siren, Flood Pits Drowner. They're playing more of a mid-range deck with like more Curiosities, more 4-drops. And the initial approach, I think, was good. Combining the green cards, like the green big cards, like stuff like Sentinel, the Nameless City, Surrak, Elusive Hunter, Llanowar Elves to ramp into those, pairing those with the good blue interaction, because to be quite honest with you, I think Into the Flood Maw is maybe the best removal spell in the entire format. Not technically a removal spell, but the ability to answer any single permanent. What's really nice about Flood Maw is when your opponent has an Agatha Soul Cauldron, they go to tap the Cauldron to exile the VV. If you respond to the activated ability of Cauldron, there's never a window where, like, even if they already have a creature in play with a counter on it, there's never a window where the VV is under the Cauldron, but so basically the way that the stack resolves is that Flood Maw bounces the Cauldron ability resolves, the VV would still get exiled from the graveyard, no longer has the Cauldron in play, so it's just gone forever. So it's a nice sort of way to stop the Cauldron. Even though it's temporary, it still exiles the VV, so Flood Maw, very, very good. But the concept here is you're sort of just pairing the kind of aggressive green cards, Llanowar Elf to ramp into 3-drops, you have stuff like Pawpatch Recruit, fantastic card against a lot of removal spells. When you offspring this, you get 2 copies of the Pawpatch, and then every time they go to cast a removal spell, you get to, well, the first removal spell is likely going to target one of the Pawpatches, so you get 2 counters spread out wherever you want, and then the next removal spell, they answer the Pawpatch, then you get another counter. So it's sort of like a 2-for-1 because they have to use 2 removal spells on it, but then if they use the 2 removal spells, you get more counters, so you get a lot of value out of Pawpatch. But basically, what I've wanted to do with the Simic deck is take the list that people were playing and cut some of the less aggressive cards, like Spyglass Siren, Flood Pits Drowner, some of the more like flash tempo style elements, and just make this more of an aggressive deck. And the card that really ties the room together with all of that is Hemosymbic Mite. This is a green mana for a 1/1 from Edge of Eternities, and it says, whenever this creature becomes tapped, another creature you control gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is this creature's power. So why this card is very good is, by itself, it doesn't offer a ton, right? It's a 1-mana 1/1 that gives something +1/+1 when it attacks. The secret to unlocking the power of this card is making it bigger, increasing its power. So we have a couple of ways to do that, right? First and foremost, the Pawpatch Recruits. These can work where if you have a Mite and you have a kicked Pawpatch, they go to cast a removal spell, you put some counters on the Mite, and then the next turn, you have a little bit of a better attack. The real nice one here is Genemorph Imago. So another Edge of Eternities card, 1/3 flyer for blue and a green, and then it has Landfall. Whenever a land enters, you can have a creature have base power and toughness 3/3 until end of turn, and if you have 6 or more lands, that makes it a 6/6 instead. So early on in the game, you play your land, your Hemosymbic Mite becomes a 3/3, you attack with Mite and Genemorph, and now the Mite can give the Genemorph +3/+3. So you have a 1/1 and a 1/3, and then when you play a land, you're now attacking for 7, because you get 3 from the Mite, and then that pumps the Genemorph +3, that's 4. So you have that aspect. Innkeeper's Talent can put counters in the Genemorph Imago every single turn to get more and more larger. Bristly Bill can also pump the Genemorph. And then at the very top of the curve, you have Ouroboroid. Ouroboroid Another Edge of Eternities card. You're seeing a theme here. 2 green green for a 1/3. Very, very powerful card. Beginning of combat on your turn, put X counters on each creature you control, where X is this creature's power. And similar to Hemosymbic Mite, if you make the Ouroboroid's power greater than its starting power, you can see where this is going. So for example, if you have an Ouroboroid in play, and you on your next turn you play a land to trigger Genemorph to make it a 3/3, then when you go to combat, it puts 3 counters on each creature you control. Well, I guess it would already have a counter from its first ability, so it would have a counter, the Genemorph would make it base 3/3, the counter would make it a 4/4, and then you would put 4 counters on everything. So if you, basically what I'm saying is that if you untap with an Ouroboroid, it's pretty easy to kill your opponent that same turn with how many ways you have to pump with the bills, the Genemorphs, and all that kind of stuff. You have some 3-drops, like I mentioned, Sentinel and Surrak. I think I like Surrak a little more against stuff like Dimir, because this card is a house against Dimir. They have to kill it, because if they kill anything else first, they're just giving you extra cards for free, because whenever a creature you control or a creature spell becomes the target of a spell or ability, you draw a card. So it sort of like is a lightning rod in a way that gives you a 2-for-1 and protects your other creatures, because they kind of have to kill the Surrak first. And then Sentinel, just big body, providing some maps. The interaction, we mentioned Flood Maw and a couple of Bushwhacks here. Help smooth out the mana, give you a little bit of fight spells. I would say most often I use Bushwhack for the fight spell more than the land, because this deck does have enough lands with Llanowar Elves, so usually using this for the fight card, but if you're in a pinch, it can go find a land if you need it. And then the mana base, some people play Lumbering, or not Lumbering, what's the Restless Vinestalk, I think is the blue-green land. I was thinking of Lumbering, the other one, a while ago. Anyways, I don't love the tap land, so I decided to not include the Restless land, but you certainly could play it or more copies of Soulstone, depending on how you want to get with the mana base. And then last but not least, the sideboard. You have, again, blue-green is not well known for its plethora of high-impact removal spells, so you kind of play Unable to Scream to kill the Nemesis. Null, very good against Cauldron. Heritage to, again, blow up Cauldron, exile VVs. We have our own copies of Cauldron as the graveyard hate of choice, which I love, because you can eat their VVs and then use the mana to your own advantage. A couple of Tidebinders and a Scavenging Ooze and some Spell Pierces. So, again, this is my take on Simic. I know a lot of people are, like I said, play stuff like Siren and Flood Pits and more Curiosities, but I really, really like this approach of being super low to the ground and lower curve, just way more aggressive. I think that's kind of how you have to be in the standard format. So let's see how it works out if we can get aggressive enough to take down some VV players. I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Trying to convince myself that there's a good deck with this card in it, because I want to play these. Because, God, they look good. They look so good, man. That sounds good. What's up, Akarasi? How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Always like to meet some new YouTube viewers. The orange sleeves? Oh, I didn't... those aren't my sleeves. They sent me those. This is what they were sent in. Mostly vibes. Because I understand that it's basically never going to be good in a power level standpoint, but like I can pretend, you know. That's a nice little curve. The sand actually goes crazy. Akarasi, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for using that Twitch Prime. Really appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying the content. You're going for a best of 1 run for the boxes. You trust me 100%. What should I run? You should run away from the event. Look, speaking from experience, as somebody who just participated in 2 of those, they're kind of a massive scam. I mean, if you're insistent on playing in them, you know, maybe like... I think the artifact deck is good, but... Alright, this game looks over. We're gonna copy Ouroboroid. Talk to me about that. You ever copied an Ouroboroid before? Untap land, please. Yeah, not quite. Man, I guess we'll just do this. Level. Oh, it's just lethal. I didn't realize it was just lethal. I didn't do the math, but dude, this card is crazy. Alright, Dimir Midrange. Dimir Midrange. Is any of this stuff good against Dimir? I don't think so, right? Like, maybe Tishana's Tidebinder? But I feel like we're kind of pre-boarded for Dimir, aren't we? Like, you could talk me into, like, cutting Bristly Bill for Tishana's Tidebinder, maybe, but nothing else feels that good. Yeah, look, I will say, I may have talked shit about the Ouroboroid when it first came out. I may have said 4-mana 1/3 Keck W. Those may have been words that were spoken. But I'm slowly coming around to it, you know? It's not actually a 4-mana 1/3 Keck W. It's a 4-mana 2/4 Keck W. But, like, you know. I mean, it's not $17 because of Standard, right? It's $17 because of Commander. I'm assuming people play this card in Commander, right? Like, I would have to guess this is going to be a big Commander card. The Sabotador. It's good. Yeah, we want to dive with the artifact deck. Dude, Pawpatch is so crazy against Dimir. Like, they can't even attack with their Sunset this turn. Dude, Sunset is so bad against Pawpatch. It's, like, unbelievably bad against... Yeah, oh my god. This is the first time I've seen that interaction. And now that I've seen this for the first time, I never want to put this card in any of my decks for the rest of time. This card is pretty cool against ward cards, though. Like, when they have ward, you can choose not to pay. That is kind of cool. So they attack me for 4, but in doing so, they put a +1/+1 counter on each of my creatures. I feel like that wasn't a good exchange. Okay, well now they don't have to attack with it. Drew. I mean, this Kaido isn't even good. It's just, like, dead on arrival, right? They can draw a card off of it. Sure. I still feel like this is not doing what you need it to do. I mean, not that they really had any better options, but, you know.
Take a break, will ya?
Not another one. Oh my god.
I'm really not.
I'll do it again. Pawpatch is just Dimir's nightmare, dude. It's so good against Dimir. This has to be, like, the best card against Dimir, right? Wait, they played it again? Really? Why'd they play it again? I guess they can trade. Yeah, it blocks well. What if I don't attack, though? I hope I draw land. Land to be nice here. Okay, I mean, I can do this. Is it weird that I don't want to attack this turn? It's not that weird, right? Oh, wait. No, I can do this. Right. Yeah. Hit for 6. I'll just take the 2 for 1. I'm in. Okay, they're not in. I mean, I guess they can win this game if they have a Wrath. Honestly, if they double blocked, I would have just let it happen. I wouldn't have used the Flood Maw there. I just kind of wanted the double block to happen. All right, here. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. So, Sunset Saboteur, huh? Not the best card. I'm not gonna lie. Not the best. I can work with this. I can work with this. Hello. Interesting. Oh, I can make a really cool line here. And then I can post-combat use my 2/2 to fight their elf. No, I misclicked! Oh no, I misclicked. Fuck. Dude, I had the line! I had the line! Well, at least I had the right idea, you know? At least I had the right idea, you know? And it's the thought that counts, right? You kindly request a refund? I mean, in my head, everything was done correctly, you know? I just clicked the wrong glowing button. Is that... Okay, let me ask you this. Is it a punt if I say what I'm going to do, but I just click a different button or click a different card? Is that considered a punt? Because, like, I had the right intention, you know? It's an interface punt? Yeah, you know. Like, I knew what I was doing the whole time. Well, look at the bright side. At least we got another land out of the deal, you know? It could be worse, right? At least we're +1 land. Alright, you're gonna have to deal lethal damage to me this turn. I feel like they can. You're dropping the wrong card from your hand. Do you guys do that in paper? I do this a lot, where I think through my turn, and then I play a land, but, like, realize that I've played the wrong land, you know? And most of the time, they let you take it back. Like, if you realize it, like, within the moment, you know, it's like, whatever, just pick it up, play a different land. But I do that from time to time, where I just, like, brain fart, play the wrong land. Yeah. What I've done in the past, I haven't done it a lot recently, but what I've done in the past is I'll, like, so say I have a removal spell in hand. Say I, like, we'll just use Go for the Throat as an example. I'll, like, announce that I'm saying I'm going to cast Go for the Throat, targeting your creature, right? But I just, like, I put a different card from my hand onto the table, But it's clearly a card that I like can't cast in that moment, you know? I've done that a couple of times. But it's like it's not even a card that I could cast, like, you know, sorcery as an instant or whatever. I've done that a couple times. But like as long as you're announcing the card that you're playing, then it's fine. They don't really care. I've heard good things about it, but I don't know if I want Heritage. Like, technically can kill Roaming Throne, but it costs... What's the ward on Throne? 2 or 3? 2? It's not terrible. Let's just do a couple copies of Heritage. I spent 12,000 gems, and I got 0 back, and I decided that that is not something that I want to do anymore. So we're just playing ranked. Those things are so expensive, dude. I can't be the only one that thinks that those have to be a ripoff, right? Like, they seem like a massive scam. It's content. Yeah, but I don't even get that much content out of it. I played for like 20 minutes and then I just immediately went to the next run, you know? Like, I didn't even get that much content out of it. I mean, I got a little bit, but... I'm gonna bounce the Battlecrier. In general, I'm not gonna say this, like, definitively, but in general, removing the Battlecrier is the most important part. Dude, this thing is 5 to animate? Oh my god. How is this card 5 mana to animate? That's so much. I couldn't kill them. Okay, well, we just have to hope that they can't kill me this turn? But I think this should be good enough, right? Because, yeah, they can't even rip it, though. Yeah. It ends the game quickly. Does it? Like, it's really good with Hemosymbic Mite, it's really good with Ouroboroid, and it's also still pretty good with Genemorph. So I think I'd just go up to 4 Innkeepers at that point. I'm allergic to cards that greater than 3 mana. Yeah, dude. 3 mana cards suck. They're not good. Voice of Victory. Okay, where do I want the counter? I think I want the counter on Might, right? Yeah. So Genemorph here. Rill here. Then we can, like, super pop off next turn with the Might. Oh yeah, I stopped Best of Ones. I can also activate... Oh my god, I can activate Bill next turn, too. So... land. Where does the Genemorph go? Oh, I guess just here as well. Activate Bill. Attack with everything. Pump this. Jesus Christ. Dude, the Hemosymbic Mite is so good, man. That card is so sick. Why not Genemorph the Elf and attack with 2 3/3s? On what turn? Last turn? Oh, that's bad. Maybe they don't have anything good to put into play. Be cool about this? They're still... No, they are still dead, right? Yeah, because they only have one blocker. I just beat a Bahamut, no big deal. No big deal, just defeated a Bahamut on turn 4. That's good. When I Genemorphed Bill and only attacked with him, well, didn't I have to play the Hemosymbic Mite and the Genemorph before playing my land, which means I had to use the Elf? And I wanted to put a counter on the Hemosymbic that turn to make the next turn better. I don't know what the math works out to be, but there may have been a better way to do it. I'm not positive. Dude, this deck cooks. You like Heritage against them? Kills Wagon. It's not terrible. Does Heritage kill anything else? Like a Bahamut, I guess? How's the VV matchup? Dude, I have no idea. I assume it's bad. I'm just going to assume that every deck has a bad VV matchup until proven otherwise. The only deck in the format that doesn't have a bad VV matchup is VV. This hand's kind of slow. Let's try it. I don't know about this one though. I could see mulling this for sure. We didn't play against any VV in best of 1. But we did lose 12,000 gems. And that's when I said I've had enough. These things are so expensive, dude. That's kind of why I've just, like, I never play the Arena Directs. They're just so unbelievably expensive. Yeah, VV is probably fine at best of 1. I mean, I can't imagine it being that bad, you know? It is still probably it is the best deck in the format for a reason. Okay, we're not dead. That's a good sign. I think I need to make an elf this turn to be able to cast Ouroboroid next turn. So I'm at least doing this. Question is, what else do we want to do? I think I'm going to do this. This just puts the most amount of pressure on them. Because, like, Ouroboroid with double Mite next turn is kind of ridiculous. That's not good. This can't be good for me. They probably don't have anything good to put into play, right? I think we'll be all right. Turns out they did have a couple of good things to put into play. Just a couple though. Just a couple. Is it crazy to you guys how many, like, just completely non-linear degenerate decks there are in Standard? Like Kona, VV, aggro decks, I don't know. It's just like, every deck is so fucking powerful, man. You know what I mean? Every deck is just so goddamn powerful. Yeah, the Temur Battlecrier deck, you know, it's like... you can't play a fair deck in this format. It's just two ships passing in the night, you know? Even our deck, you know, we're trying to get them dead as fast as possible. There's a little bit of interaction, but not a ton. I think I have to let them have this. Okay, so bounce this, attack with everything. Pump here, they go to 4. Yeah, this should do it, right? Because now they have to go for Kona, even if they draw land, and then we just Tidebinder it. Or they just don't have the land either, you know. A lot of these sets were not designed for 3-year standard or 6 sets per year. You know, they were designed for a much smaller environment where, like, it's much more contained and controlled in that way. But when you expand the number of sets per year and expand the total card pool, like, you know, something's got to give at some point, right? Like, I'm not of the opinion that everything would be fixed if you just go back to 2-year standard. I think some things would be, but, like, you know, again, combination. You go back to 2-year standard, go back to 4 sets per year instead of 6, like a little bit of everything. You know, you got to start somewhere. But I think we've understood, like, if you go back and look at the past couple of formats, the combination of 6 sets per year and 3-year standard is just not tenable. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do it. Why are they attacking with Vondam? I mean, I got a block, right? This Animpicall is kind of scary. Maybe I have to play Surrak to try and trade for it. Because Sentinel does not trade with it unless I hold back Genemorph. Yeah, let's just play Surrak. It's going to be a tricky game, though. Hopefully the Ouroboroid can carry. Like, trade for Pakal this turn, next turn Ouroboroid, turn after, play some guys, pop off. Oh, shit. Well, I guess we're not trading for Innkeeper this turn. Was not expecting that. Well, we died. That's good. No chance I could ever beat this. Yeah, alright, I'm dead. Jesus Christ. Okay. They are cooking over there. They are absolutely cooking. I mean, I don't have much. Like, Tidebinder seems good against... Yeah, Tidebinder's good against them. It's good against Vondam, good against Pakal, etc., etc. Tidebinder over Surrak. Try that. Not gonna lie, I kind of hate these Vine Stalks. I mean, I mostly just hate tap lands in general, but especially in this deck, you know. Voice of Victory! Low key. I'm just gonna attack for 6. Get him dead. Get him dead. Also, chat, I don't know if you noticed, but we're back in the numbers. I went on a pretty nice win streak last night after stream. I think I won like 7 matches in a row with Pixie, which is good for my sanity because I was losing a lot with Pixie before, and now I'm winning a bunch, so that helped. No, I didn't play Vivi. I didn't play Vivi, trust. I was playing Pixie, okay? I think there's a pretty good chance I end up playing Pixie in Orlando. It's like the only deck that I've even remotely enjoyed outside of it, period, like anything. It's the only deck that I've been enjoying. I just want to land this turn. Is that good? It's okay next turn, right? Okay, so the plan this turn is these two, right? What's the plan next turn? Ouroboroid. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good, right? It's pretty good. VV Pixie deck. I came up, I don't exactly know where to go with this, but I came up with an interesting interaction last night. So you play Cauldron and Vivi, right? So you have a Vivi underneath your Cauldron. Why are they attacking? I don't know, I'm just gonna take one. So you go Vivi under Cauldron. Okay, ready for this? Cosmogrand Zenith to put counters on all of your creatures and set up Vivi Cauldron. I don't know what to do this turn. I mean, I guess just this, but we are kind of slowly just losing. I mean, they don't have great blocks here, which is good, but... Nah, Mentor rotated. Boros, Monument, Zenith, Cauldron with Vivi. That's a lot of words. It's a lot of words you just said there. I may have to call the police. Ancient One, Cauldron with Vivi. Oh my god. Just use the Ancient One to, like, super Dark Ritual. Just, like, 2 mana plus 4 mana or whatever. I want to play their deck. Their deck looks fucking sick. Why don't we play their deck next, chat? Are you in? I'm kind of in. Weren't they just at, like, 4 life? What the fuck happened? All right, you know what? I'm not doing math. I'm just gonna let God sort it out. You know what I mean? This is one of those situations where I really just don't want to do math. Okay, I forget. Which one's first? Resolve bigger one first, right? Because bigger one puts counters on smaller one, and then smaller one resolves. It has more counters. This is right? Bigger one first, yeah. They're at 18. So I have 16 in the air alone, so they have to chump block the other 3. Yeah, this is a good attack. We still have 2 blockers left. This should be good enough. I can't imagine they can one-shot us next turn with after losing 3 guys, right? I mean, they get to keep the throne, which is their best card, but... Alright, your turn. Don't kill me this turn, please. I feel like that's got to be pretty difficult, right? You should... I was gonna say, you should let me get a turn, though. I want to see how big I can make my creatures. Is this hand good? It's kind of weird, right? It's really close. Like, there's a lot of things that make this hand good. Genemorph, if we draw a Genemorph, this hand pops the fuck off. Let's try it. I'm gonna try it. Yeah, shut up. Oh, see? It's almost like I knew that was on top. Check in PC. Can we get a PC check, please? Can we get a PC check? PC check, PC check. Do I plan to participate in the direct event? That was the first hour of the stream. In 1 hour, I spent... Okay, basically, the first hour of the stream was a tutorial on how to lose 12,000 gems in the fastest way possible, and that's exactly what happened. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. I think it was about an hour. I mean, I played... What? I played 7 games. I went 3 and 4. I lost minus 12k gems. And I didn't have a good time. It wasn't good. It was not great. Yeah, take it as not again. That would be correct. Not again would be correct. Okay, same thing, right? So resolve bigger one first, right? Resolve bigger one first. Yeah. So bigger one. Wait, this is the smaller one? Okay, so this is going to pump here. This is going to pump here. Okay. I think I did that right. I don't know, man. It's confusing as hell. I'm pretty sure I did that right. There's really no way to tell. Ouroboroid would pop the hell off here. Neem-baka. Peepo Burn Money. Don't we already have that? Don't we have, like... It's not Peepo Burn Money, but we have... What is it, like... Oh, no, we already have that. It's literally Peepo Burn Money. We already have that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll block your Genome. Genome. Yeah, what's up, Havoc? Alright, Ouroboroid. F. F, F, F. I think that's got to be a top, right? Surely that has to be a top. At least reset the Animpical. Alright, top my ass. Okay, so breeding pool. Again, we make the bigger one. Yeah. So it's this here. And then we go send these 3. I still have to make sure that I stack them correctly. So resolve big one first, and then small one. Okay. I think. So this one pumps this. This one pumps this. Alright, there we go. That's 15 damage. Not quite lethal, but close enough. We do need to find a land next turn, though, right, for the Genemorph? Because if we don't find a land, then we can't really get super crazy with the Hemosymbic Mites. So we do kind of want a land next turn. Wow, they took it. Shad behavior. Absolute shad behavior. I respect it. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna try and kill me this turn. Maybe I'm dead. Does Throne win again? Through 2 blockers? I don't think so, right? So the Animpical would make 5. The Voice would make 4. That's 10, because I block the Pakal and the Voice, take 9 plus 1 is 10, I go to 1. So I think Throne is 1 short. I mean, that might kill me. That's gotta be close, right? Wait. Wait. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're not dead. There you go. We're 4-0 with this deck. I see. Dude, this Vine Stock is gonna piss me off. Okay, well, I know what I'm doing after this game. I know what I'm doing after this game. I mean, we basically lose the game on the spot because we had a tap land. Yeah, I'm just gonna play some starting towns over the Vine Stocks. Oh, and Turdenwald? Too soon. Don't answer. Do not answer the question. I repeat, do not answer the question. You are not required to answer the question. Can I kill them next turn? I actually think I can get very close. I didn't exactly do the math out, but I gotta be really close. Yeah, we don't... Owen is basically a name. It's like, Owen is basically Voldemort at this point, you know? He who shall not be named. Rally the Ancestors, X-Dub-Dub. I know that card all too well. All too well. All-time banger right there. So maybe I just have to leave a blocker back this turn? This is too much math, man. I can't be doing this much math. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it didn't matter anyway, so... Maybe they won't kill me next turn? maybe they won't kill me next turn? Yeah, there's no way I had lethal through the Get Lost. There was like a chance that I maybe could have had lethal if they didn't have the Get Lost Aura blocker, but because it would have been 4-3-1, 4 pumps the 3. So 4 pumps 3, that's 7, 7 pumps 4, that's 11, that's 18. Yeah, that would have been lethal. So if they didn't have the Get Lost, I think we would have been fine. I am dead. Sand kind of stinks. This is better. Wait, no, it's not better. Oh, God. It's okay, we draw a Forest Trust. Can I get a nice mana XTD? You ready for this? Ah, you fool. My Hired Claw is better than yours because it has an alternate art. It's fucked up. Alright, forest me, please. Yeah! Look, at some point this game I will cast spells, I promise you. I will eventually cast spells. Okay, just not anytime soon. Well, I mean, I'm casting a spell. It's got to count for something, right? Okay. Okay. I am still going to cut the Restless Lands, even though I didn't draw the Restless Lands that game.